All right, back with another one, y'all. Am I the asshole for telling my cousin why everyone in the family hates her mom? Now, you know. So, yesterday, my cousin celebrated her 18th birthday. Male 27. This time, because she's an adult, she was in charge of her guest list when it comes to family members. So, I was the only family member she invited. We've always had a great relationship. I wasn't aware of this when I got there, so I asked her why she didn't at least invite her grandparents. Her answer was kind of obvious because everyone in the family always treated her mom like shit. And since her mom said she doesn't have to invite everyone in the family this time, she chose not to. Reasonable. What I didn't understand though was why not our grandparents? They always treated my cousin great. She then said the following. Yes, they gave her nice gifts, but they always talked down to her mom and didn't help her out when they struggled financially. My aunt's a single mom. Dad never paid child support, and she also had a lot of debt. Well, it's kind of obvious she still didn't know the truth, so I figured she's old enough, legally an adult. See, pause. You don't get to decide certain things for certain people. And I feel like you might have been out of bounds here, but let me carry on. And if she goes no contact with our grandparents, the truth will come out eventually. They're planning on paying for her college. So I might as well rip the band aid off now. So I told her why her mom was ostracized by the family. But see, did this have something to do with you? Because if it didn't have nothing to do with you directly, you low key out of pocket because it ain't your business. Like, that's what we need to learn. Like, just because you know family tea, don't make it your place to tell the family tea, especially to the children that this family tea is about. That ain't your place. Stay in your lane. If her mama wanted her to know or your grandparents wanted her to know, they could have been the ones to tell her. But it's sounding like it ain't got nothing to do with you because you don't sound like the person that it affects directly. But let's see. My aunt was the youngest of five children. Being the youngest, she was always doted on. My grandparents are hard workers, still didn't retire in their 70s. They put all their kids through college. When my aunt used her college fund to start a bakery instead of cutting her off like they threatened to do with the other kids, they were actually happy for her and supported her. That ain't got nothing to do with you though. But nonetheless, obviously this strained the relationship with the other siblings, but they still loved each other. That ain't none of their business either because it was her college fund and what her and her parents discussed is doesn't really have anything to do with anyone. Like if I tell one of my kids I want them to use their college fund for college because I don't want them to buy a car with it, then that's what I want you to do. If I tell the other one, sure, you want to one of my kids is into baking. So if he decides to start a bakery with his college fund and I support him, then I have that right. I don't owe my other children, no explanations on why I chose to support him there. But nonetheless, people be feeling entitled. So now, initially, the bakery was a success. I'm not too aware of all the details either. See, that's why you should have stayed the hell out of it because you don't know the business. But nonetheless, what I do know is that come 2008 financial crisis, things weren't looking too good. And to avoid bankruptcy, my aunt took loans from some loan sharks. See, it sounds like you were a child listening in on adult issues at the time. So you was ear hustling, hearing things and not knowing the full details. And now you're trying to pass it on and play telephone to tell this girl, and you don't even know the full truth. It don't sound like, but carry on. Long story short, it wasn't pretty, and my family had to go through some difficulties to help my aunt out. The police also got involved. See, you don't know enough of nothing to be even telling nobody this. This is not your business. After that, the relationship between siblings got incredibly strained. They really wanted nothing to do with her, and my grandparents decided that my aunt will have to figure out how to pay remaining debts to banks, not the sharks, herself. But they always treated my cousin properly. But did they though? Did they? Because if you don't treat the parents right, you ain't treating the kid right either, and it's just that simple. Especially if the child notices. But I digress. After telling her this, my cousin froze. Her first reaction was to go ask her mom, hoping it wasn't true. Because why are you telling my mama business? Not because hoping it wasn't true. Because why is he out here telling your business in these streets like it's his and he don't even got the details, mama? Like, come check him. Her mom froze and started crying, pretty much an admission to guilt. No, she was probably trying to not strangle you. That's probably what she was trying to do. Probably trying to not lose her mind on you because why are you putting my child in adult business? 18 or not, that's not her business. That's before her time. That's not her business, nor is it yours because don't sound like none of this money that got spent was yours. Don't sound like you were even of age. It sounded like you were a child listening to stuff and you hear stuff from your parents and you now over here spewing it back to your cousin because you heard it secondhand. Does not sound like you was directly involved in any of this because this is your cousin and this sounds like it involves y'all's parents and their parents. Nothing to do with you. I'm going to tell you, yes, you are the asshole as far as I can see. Because why in the fuck was this actually your business? Like, actually. And then all hell broke loose, screaming and shouting calls to the rest of the family. Now I'm the asshole. Yes, you are. Because you put your nose where it didn't belong. You didn't want to be there because the rest of the family wasn't there. You should have got your shit and left. But trying to ruin that girl birthday party on her 18th birthday because you felt like you needed to set shit straight because of whatever beef you got, you was dead ass fucking wrong. You are a fucking asshole and I hope you burn in hell. Like, that's all reality. Like, I would literally have strangled you if you were my nephew. If you was my cousin, we'd have probably thrown hands. Like, it's just that simple. Why are you in them people business? That didn't have shit to do with you. You sound like a loser. You sound like you don't have shit going for yourself. And you sound like you need some business to find. And I really hope that the rest of your family cuts you the fuck off because this was not your battle to be had. And it's that fucking simple. Nonetheless, battles, pick them. Y'all have a good